Aloha!
Aloha!
So I'm Jeran, I go by Noah.
I'm Chuda. I'm from Thailand.
I'm MJ. I go by MJ.
I am Timothy, but I go by Jim.
Yes,
Easy.
sir. And so today we will be talking about what are we talking about? Drum roll.
The
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 Woodsman.
Woodsman!
The
Woo!
Woodsman. Yeah, it's a lot of fun watching that.
Yeah.
And so it was
Yeah.
really good. But we're gonna go ahead and start with a way of introduction. We're gonna go to Jim. Just give us a little bit of intro of the show, and then after that, we'll give it to Judah to give a summary of the show.
Thank you. Yeah. Well, The Woodsman is an interesting theater show I've ever watched so far. It blends every element of comedy, humor, but also for some reason it has strategy for the main character. Especially our beloved Nick Chopper. He is an innocent, good-hearted boy who followed his father's footsteps on being a woodcutter and being born like a really nice family. But then he fell in love with Nimi, the witch's daughter. But life turned into tragedy when he was cursed by the witch, where every time he swings the axe, parts of his body turns into metal. Um, it at first it was kind of funny, more like childish. But then in the middle, where the witch showed up, it has a sense of horror and tragedy. Yeah, so it's an interesting story. I don't know. The director Ortiz, he did a great job of using physical elements and like using the actor's expression, lights. Like they didn't use a lot of practical effects, but more like the audience focusing on the actors on how they tell the story with their impressions. Like even with those less effects, the elements still the story still went really good. They were able to put that humor, the horror, tragedy, all in that stage. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
yeah, so for my impression, watching The Woodsman is kind of like haunting. It's not completely like a horror movie or horror musical, but it's giving me a feel of like Wednesday, something that mystery, something it's not like what we're living in the world that right now. Like it's kind of in the mystery world that have a curse, have a magic, have something different from us. So basically, The Woodsman is kind of like the dramatic musical. We can see a lot of drama happening in the musical. It starts with Nick, the shopper, the one who cuts the woods, fell in love with Nimi. She's the maid of the witch, and then one day he got cursed by the witch too. Every time he chopped it, he's gonna be cut, and also like he's gonna be, and then his body parts turn to be a tin. So like at the end, his body is just like full of tin.
I love The Wicked. I'm a fan of Wicked. And I've watched all of them, including the musical play. And when I found out that this musical play is connected to Wicked, I was like, oh my God, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
And when I started watching it, to be honest, don't blame me, guys, but it's boring for me from the start. From the start, it was like, oh my gosh, what are they saying? I mean, where is this about, or where are this going? Something like that. Cause it's kind of like there's no much dialogue in this musical play, and it's more like movement, emotions, music, the background music, the puppetry, and but in the middle, and I was kind of like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And it's getting interesting when you watch all over, and I was thinking that wow, like it gave me impression that musical play is not all about dialogue. It's not all about how you say your own story, but you can also say, or you can also state your story by movement, by emotion, by puppetry. And one aspect that I really like, the use of puppetry. The the puppets.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
puppets.
Especially the
It was-
Aussie, when I mean every time that they are moving the witch, and they're making also the noise of the witch.
Yeah.
It's very interesting how they do that. Yeah, like
Yeah.
how they move it, how they're making a sound like she's angry. She's talking with someone. It's very interesting because I've never seen that puppets like in. I wanted to watch like kind of live on puppetry like that. And also the background, they don't have really a lot of background. They're making it own their voices. You know
Yeah.
what they're background, like they're clapping.
Yeah.
And every time every time Nick or starting
Chopping.
with chopping,
Yeah.
this kind of
Yeah.
it's
Even
like,
even the
Like they're
violin,
making
in
their
the,
own
the
sounds.
violin on the background,
Yeah.
like yeah.
I was
agree.
like, wow, like it's really connected. They really put a lot of music into it, wherein it's not much more of like modern technology. It's much more like how they
Humans like
Physical.
physical.
yeah
It's like
yeah
Physical.
our automatically thing, like not even use the electronic, hydraulic and stuff. Like we're using like our
Yeah.
parts of body to make the sounds.
yeah, like it's very interesting. Yeah, like as a theater minor, I mean all of us theater minor
Yeah.
and major. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
He's major.
I wanted to do that. Like it's like a cappella. I'm not really a singer, but it's like a cappella. Like they're making noise, like thunders, like birds. Also, they doing this. Yeah,
It's the
Yeah.
beauty of sounds.
yeah,
Yeah, I agree. And like like first when I like you know when I first started watching the show, I was like, at the start the guy came out and he did like a little intro, and so we know, but like I wasn't ready for the fact that there's not gonna be any talk.
Oh,
was
I
like-
know.
Oh my gosh! But also in a way, it allows me to like really pay attention to like every single movements, like details. And I'm not gonna lie, when the old lady, like the witch, when she came out, that freaked me out so bad. I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh.
I'm pretty sure that I'm shocked at that part, and I
Yup.
was like,
Yeah.
for sure,
the
like,
thing is,
oh my god.
I was watching this performance at theater yesterday by myself because my brother, I don't know where he went, but I was at our unit. I was in my room, in our room. I was watching it alone, and then I thought like puppetry would be stupid. So
Yeah.
bunch of people holding up the puppet, but then
Yeah.
when they introduced the witch, the puppet, it freaked me out. Like,
I
and then they were
agree,
using
yeah.
those tiny lights to like.
I know.
Make
You know
it
how they were
scary,
just like
yeah.
holding it like,
Yeah.
oh, he's being possessed and something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Like, and just like seeing how they like control the witch and oh my goodness, I was having chills. Like, I was like looking for my brother. I had to stop the video and go look for
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, you can tell like how like connecting, like how the story like connects with the puppet and with the audience. Imagine
Yeah.
the rest of the audience. They're like, whoa, what the heck? You know, like,
I'm
Yeah.
glad that like I watch it in the room with all the lights turning on, because
Oh.
I'm still feels like even though I'm freak out, I'm still in the lights. But
Yeah.
I'm like can't imagine if I'm the audience seeing all the puppetry going up or just like show up in front of my face without like knowing it's gonna happen. I'm probably screaming that.
Yeah.
But I wanna commend, the lighting, the chandelier
Oh,
upstairs,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
the bottle of jars. They made it like chandelier.
Yeah.
When I was when I was watching that and looking that jar, I was like, wow, it's mesmerizing. I feel like it's like fantasy, like
Yeah. It's like, and it's also like, it's green light. Yeah. And it looks so
Yeah,
good. I mean,
yeah,
my favorite
yeah.
color is green. And so, like, watching that, I was like, gosh, that looks so good.
I think that's the first thing that catch my eye.
Yeah.
Me
on the
too.
stage. Yeah.
Yeah, and second one, the backdrop. The backdrop that you see, like it's forest,
Yeah.
background of the forest. You can see at first, I cannot like see what is it, but when they turn the spotlight, oh, okay, there is some like design at the backdrop. And I was really thinking in the middle of the movie, what is that? Oh, it's a forest. It's a background forest. I thought I've never think that it was forest, but yeah, and also I like the costume. It's very minimal. It's not
Mm.
that
Mm.
showy. It's
Eh,
not
yeah.
that. Yeah, it's not exaggerated. It
Yeah.
just it expresses who they are.
Mm.
Yeah, it expresses
Exactly.
who they are. Also, let's talk about the oh my gosh, um, including the witch and the how do you call it, the crow. I
Oh
never
my
imagined that there's
goodness,
small
I
crow in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
kind of yeah.
The
Did you
black
see
crow,
that small
yeah.
crow?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the witch used that crow. I was like, where did it came from? Where did it came from? 'Cause- and I mean, at first I didn't see that crow. I saw the big crow, but not the small crow. And they also have like wooden tables, wooden cabinets, and the design is really like it's giving me like 90s or well, maybe 80s, something like
Yeah.
that. Like you're watching a movie from 80s or 90s,
Yeah.
and it give you an emotional connection. What is it all about? What they're trying to say about to say about their story, wherein you can see the whole set of design, the chandelier, the made of jars, the lighting, the spotlight, and the minimal how do you call it, the color of the lights. And also, if I think you see I mean, you saw this. You know, they used flashlight to be spotlight.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Uh-huh.
like a lady in the middle, and he was like pointing the flashlight to Chopper, to Nick, and or to Nimi sometime, and was like, oh, they don't have a spotlight, but it's interesting that like
We use like human to do it.
yeah, they
Yeah.
improvise things that even though it's very like minimal, but it gives story, it gives expression, it gives how do you call it, like sort of interesting about their play. And I like that. That they don't really have a lot of things to use, but they improvise. But it's very impactful.
We'll talk about like the director, and the whole production of this show. The director is James Ortiz, I believe.
Yeah, James Artist.
Artist,
Ortiz,
yeah.
yeah.
James Artist. He produced this in 2016, back in 2016. But this was an adaptation from an original. It was originally written by Claire Carpin. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. Back in like 1982, like it's not way too back, but it's a really good play, and it actually enters Broadway in 2007. So it finally made its way to Broadway, National Broadway in 2007, and they made like a remake of it in 2016 by James Ortiz. Ortiz. And so yeah, the whole cast, the whole crew, all of them, they did an amazing job, like of just portraying the story and each of the characters and their significance to the play.
I don't know about the sound because most of them were from them, like from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
So that's how you like talk about it. You just
Yeah.
say that we didn't use like any kind of music
yeah.
I
instruments.
mean, they did use like a little bit just for the background.
Yeah, like the violin
Yeah,
in
the
the
We
background.
need to
Yeah.
commend the violin.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
There's only one background music. They're using one instrument, just the
For
violin.
the singing. I mean, he was kind of singing.
Yeah.
Was it?
There
Singing?
is.
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
There
yeah.
are- I mean, there are
He was like
moments that they're
narrating the
singing.
story at
but-
the beginning. And
Yeah.
then,
Mhm.
yeah. Not a lot of
Very good.
sound, but the violin, probably the clapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one.
Okay, well, let's shift gears here, and I'll talk about the set. So I think, like, they did a really good job with, how like, what's the other one where we watch with James Corden, One Man,
Two Governors.
One Man, Two Governors. Like, if you see their set, it's like very exaggerated. Like they have all these massive buildings and everything like in the
Buildings
background. Yeah.
and-
But like if you notice in this
Furniture.
play, like the set is pretty simple. It's just
Yeah.
everything is just from them. They bring in all the sticks, doing all that scary
It's
thing.
not even big.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's like
Everything is minimal.
exactly. And but they did a great job of like using whatever they have, uh, you know, to be able to just carry on with the performance. And so I'd say they did a pretty good job with the set. Just for if I were to change something about the set, I personally would said just sort of make sure that there's like the lights. I feel like, I mean, it's kind of a ick feeling for me when I saw someone coming in with the torch, like, and just put it up on their face. I feel like if they have that, you know,
Hanging.
If they
yeah,
have, like,
hanging, so
Somewhere
that
hanging
it's
there.
better than human just
exactly,
using
so
it.
that because
Yeah.
when the person walks in with their flashlight, it sort of it distracts me from
Yeah, it
like
caught
No,
our
like-
attention.
Yeah.
What is he doing
Exactly.
there? What is his
Yeah, yeah,
character?
yeah.
But then all of a sudden you get to know, oh wait, he's the torch.
Yeah,
Just the
you
torch.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
they I mean, I'm not going against it, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
personally, I would say just sort of minimize all the people involvement in the
Yeah, like
yeah, the set and the creation of the play, so that it makes the experience more somewhat more authentic, you know. So
I,
yeah,
I mean, one thing they were trying to do is try and only put two people there,
Yeah.
which is Nick Hopper and Nimi. But like you said, like minimizing the distraction, which is the light being held by a human being. I mean, yeah, I think that's kind of true because I was distracted a little bit for that.
yeah,
Because yeah,
very
Yeah,
good.
Other element is costume. So
Yeah.
costume.
it's kind of catch me like when the body of Nick turns to the middle, like, and also I'm kind of impressed about the puppetry because for me I'm not really like watching puppetry like outside if it's not the assignments, because I really like when people actually like acting and do
Oh,
like
boy.
exaggerating movements or doing a love story, but when it's go through like the puppetry, it's the non like it's kind of non-verbal because none of them can speak actually like
Yeah.
the puppetry, but the costume, the vibe, and the acting, like how they move, how they like going around telling the story. I feel like that's kind of a good part of the puppetry that makes us. And I feel like because of the minimal, it's kind of easy to understand,
Yeah,
like to what's going on, what's happening in there, about the costume, the sounds of, because the costume sometimes they have little sounds from the middle and stuff.
Mm.
I feel like that's kind of easy to understand and also very. I would recommend like the kids to watch it if they're not very scary to like some part of the witch.
I think,
Yeah.
But-
I think when you
but-
said they have a live human being dressed as a witch, okay, they'll be more
We're
scary.
like, what the
because
heck?
The puppet already is
Like,
already
oh my
scary,
gosh.
but
Yeah.
Overall, great show. Great play. I enjoyed it. I have to like, because of, you know, the least amount of dialogue involved in the play. It got me to really just like
Focus.
pay close attention to every single movement, and those movements you use them to like interpret the message of the play. What I've learned just from the experience of the Tin Man, you know, how he was how he went from like, you know, all these different events in his life where he experienced love at one point, but then he also experienced loss, and then eventually he turned into the Tin Man, like physically changing. To me, when I watched that, it really touched me because like I also went through a lot of different changes and phases in my own personal life, and you remember that scene where he's standing next to, I don't know, it's like trees or
Oh,
grass.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, like it melted my heart. Like he was just standing there and sort of had like a reflection moment on his life. And gosh, I think I also had that one of those moments where you just gotta sit back and reflect on your life and, you know, all the hard times you go through, but also you have to say to yourself that I made it this far. So yeah.
I kind of like when I love like watching musical, But this musical is kind of bring me the dark side of love.
Yeah.
Because normally
Yeah.
we're gonna see like the beautiful
Yeah.
side, like love is fun, love is very romantic. They're just someone like two people loving each other. But this time, love brings you like hurtful.
Yeah.
Love turns you to thin.
Exactly.
Love turns you to struggling, like challenges. It's kind of like it reflects me like in real life that love it's not mean that you only have the good side of the love. You can also receive struggle. You can receive challenges from love also. And I really like the part of reflection also.
Yeah.
Like when he look back to, I know that he's reflecting everything that he have going through for the rest of the show. Like he has changed so much, and it's kind of beginning from love.
Yeah.
And that's kind of in our real life. It's not just like the love of between like boys and girls, but it's like love like our parents, love of friends,
Yeah.
love of
Exactly.
church, of family. That sometimes it's changed our life so much. Not like I'm pretty sure that not everything is going in a good way.
Yeah.
Sometimes bring you struggle. Sometimes bring you like it makes you hurt. But that's the beauty of love. That's how it
Exactly, yeah.
teach you. That's give you a lesson.
And I like what Chuda said about like just love. You know, it's a beautiful thing, but it's like fire. You know, fire you can use it to cook your food, but if you play with it, it can
You're
burn
gonna
you.
be
Burn your
burned.
house.
Yeah, you can burn your house.
That's
Oh my
a
god.
good. That's a good quote. That's a good
Yeah.
quote.
What do you think, MJ? What do you reckon?
To be honest, it's very deep. I mean, what I've learned or what are my takeaways from this? I've learned I've never been into a relationship. If you guys, yeah. So watching this, I have learned the beauty of love. Yes, it's not about just physical presence, but it's all about emotional presence emotional presence. And I've learned if you love someone, if you love anyone, don't forget to love yourself first.
That's
Yeah.
wow. That's
Oh,
perfect.
I like that.
That's
That's deep.
I mean, yeah,
That was
'cause
good. That was
really
really
is.
good.
it's not always. I mean, everyone says that if you love someone, all out, give all out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, the lesson of this, the moral lesson of this musical plays, yeah, give some love with yourself.
Exactly,
More
yeah.
of yourself first before you give love to
To
anyone.
others.
To others.
Wow.
Yeah.
I really like that idea.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah. Remember when Nick was like telling Nimi to go away because
yeah.
he feels like he doesn't have anything to show, or he doesn't have anybody now. I mean, he feel like worthless to Nimi, or he feel like worthless to Phil because he doesn't have a body.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's avoiding her.
Yeah, he's avoiding
Yeah.
he's avoiding Nimi, but Nimi's trying to like making him strong, make him like understand that it's okay. It's okay if we don't have body, as long that we feel our love to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
But my takeaway from that is not every time that you lose someone else, you lose your first self.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So true.
I see where
So-
you're going with this.
So always make sure to have 70% or 50% of love for yourself so that you won't hurt in the long run. So you
Yeah.
would when you look back when you're alone and you look back, oh my gosh, I still have love for myself. I didn't just give all of my love from
Yeah.
from anyone, from others. And it feels like I mean some people won't agree with this, but
Yeah.
I'm just telling that not always love requires 100%. Please.
Okay.
Not always.
Okay,
It's not
okay,
always. Yes.
Okay, I can agree with this though.
I
Because
mean,
for me, like I think like both of us have relationship,
Yep,
right?
I mean, yeah.
So for me, I feel like I will give 100
Okay.
because I don't like the feeling of pity. Like I don't want to
Yeah.
feel pity. I don't want to
Yeah.
feel regret after if I'm not loving him 100%.
Yeah.
But of
That's-
course, loving ourselves is the
Yeah.
important
Yeah.
things. Like always love yourself, always prioritize yourself,
Mm-mm.
because love will not like someone might not stay with us like for the rest of our life, because of our everything we don't know how the future is gonna be,
Mhm.
but ourselves gonna be with us for the rest of the life.
I mean, love is not perfect, but I mean, I'm gonna have to disagree with you, MJ. I believe
Okay.
in like giving your 100% to
Yeah,
to the person that
we
you
believe
love.
in that.
But also, I really like the idea that you shared about
Loving ourselves.
loving ourselves. Just because you give 100% of love to another person doesn't mean that you can give the same amount of love to yourself. You know, we have like constantly seeing stories and of people who take their lives after they go into like a severe breakup, you know.
Mm.
And like that's like a prime example of like not learning to love yourself, because like when you give yourself, I mean, all of your love to that other person and you have nothing left in the tank and there's nothing to go back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, so but that's a really good point. That's very deep, my friend. That's a good one. Yeah.
That's really
Like,
yeah.
yeah, like the story, he fully turned into metal because he he kept loving that person. He kept loving kept swinging the axe. Yeah, like how you guys said, like to love yourself because people will go.
Yeah.
Even the one you love will go.
Oh yeah.
So the importance of loving yourself because you know where to go to, like
Yeah.
because you know how you feel. You don't know how people feel. Like we don't have that kind of support. But like, oh, this is how he's feeling. Like, he feels he likes me and stuff, but you don't. But you know yourself.
Yep.
So like the story is telling, like how love yourself, take care of yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Love is not perfect. Love is like fire, and yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of like have a lot of deep reflection after watching.
Yeah.
And to end this podcast, do you think that it's worth for other people to watch this? Are you gonna recommend people to watch this one? Like, who is your target, and also
My
why?
target would be my brother.
Gosh.
What?
My brother.
Oh, crush.
Brother.
Okay.
Crush. I don't even know if I have one, but I think I'll ask my brother to watch this because
Okay. That's
he
good.
he likes the Wizard of Oz franchise and everything. I could tell him, hey, this is about the Tin Man. If you wanna know, because you know he likes Wicked Witch and stuff, so I could recommend him to watch this.
Yeah. For me, I would say I would recommend it to my fiance. See, yeah, I'm getting
Okay.
married next week, by the way.
Wow!
congrats.
Congratulations!
Thank you. But I would recommend it to her because she was someone who is very passionate about the Wicked. I mean the movie Wicked. I remember we would watch it and she would like cry so hard. I mean, I don't cry when I watch movies, but she really likes those movies, and so I recommend it to her to sort of just giving her a more deeper perspective on especially the Tin Man, you know, the focus on the Tin Man. He's always been like a guy on the sideline.
Yeah.
But so that we have more appreciation for him rather than Glinda and the Wicked Witch, you know, they're like the main focus of the Wicked. And so
I mean, like for me, because not everyone experienced love before, right? So
Yeah.
I actually recommend this to everyone to actually watch it, because normally we watch a lot of love that is very perfect, like
yeah.
Disney movies or anything like kind
Disney
of
lied to us.
fantasy. Everything's in the good way, but
Yeah.
you need to experience love in the hard way, in the things that it's not going right, it's not going in what you want.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone like single or having a relationship right now can watch this and understand that how love works.
Yeah. So if you're single, this is for you.
How-
MJ, who would you recommend? I heard
Oh,
Crush.
okay. No, I would probably recommend it for the youth who is for the youth, because I want them to be mature enough
Okay.
to know about identity, love, and about discovering themselves. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want them to discover more about themselves and then to not be scared of being like, to experience what is puppy love until they get to experience mature love. Yeah. So yeah, the youth, you know,
Yeah. And yeah, that's very true. And it's like, if I would go back in time, I would definitely want to watch this
Yeah.
Yeah.
as a young person, so that because like
We
it-
have some idea.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I
Okay.
have been
Yeah.
changed for
For good.
good.
Yeah.
Whew.
How are we gonna close this
Okay.
podcast though?
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's just wrap things up. So there you have it. That was our critique of the play, The Woodsman. Really good. Yay, Woodsman. Want to thank everyone in my team right here. So we have Chuda, we have Jim, and we have MJ. I'm Noah. We're so grateful, and we would recommend this to you guys. Yeah, go and watch it. Go and watch it. Okay.
Thanks for
Go watch it.
watching.
Thanks for watching. Go watch it.
Bye bye.
Go watch it. Okay.
See you tomorrow, everyone.
Yeah.
Right. See ya.